Meanwhile, in the UAAP, the Ateneo Blue Eagles reigning supreme once more. The Blue Eagles complete their revenge tour in season 85 by dethroning the UP Fighting Maroons in 3 games in the finals. Now joining us to go all out on this story is none other than the finals MVP, the boss. There he is, Ange Kouame, boss. Good morning.
Hey, boss. Good morning, sir. Sir Alex.
Thank you, Ange. Alam ko, we were talking, then your post on Instagram, back to back po. I'm just really happy for you. We were talking and I said, I still remember pretty much nung nag-usap tayo when you first got to the Philippines, di ba?
Yeah.
And then a foster family took you in. I remember everything na mahiyain ka pa. Ngayon, you're leaving, or Ateneo, you left Ateneo with a MVP, finals MVP, tapos yung championship. Ange, how is this all, kumbaga, after everything you've been through, the injuries, with tas gilas, naturalization, and then natalo kayo ng UP, you lost to UP earlier this year, that hurt you a lot. And then now you end, nga, as I said, the year and sa Ateneo, final season mo with a championship. And just the support, everybody chanting MVP every time you go to the free throw line. Talk to me about everything you're feeling, Ange.
I mean, it's something that I will never gonna forget. It's one of my memorable season this year because we started from nothing and we became a team. So I'm really grateful for everything that happened in my career. You know, from the first day when I stepped in the UAAP until now, I don't regret anything. You know, because I know that I left everything. You know, that I had to in order for me to to be happy at the end. So I'm really grateful. I'm really thankful for the community. It was a great time for me.
Bata ka pa noon nung nakausap kita. Now, how young are you now? You're 25?
25. Yeah.
Ilan taon ka noon? 20? Ange, sabi mo nga it's kumbaga, you're really grateful and thankful of everything and the way Ateneo embraced you and welcomed you and talagang the send-off as well afterwards, you and the seniors in a BJ. Those 3 championships in 2018, 2019, and itong recently, ano yung pinaka-special for you? Ano yung pinaka-masarap? Was it your first one? Was it the 2019 one before the pandemic? Or was it this one?
Ito lang, this one. Because
Ito, no?
I felt like, because remember, I went in Gilas in the beginning of the year and, things weren't great when we played against New Zealand. So, I was doubting myself a lot, asking myself a lot of questions if I really a worthful player. So, the guys messaged me, Coach messaged me. So he was like, "Oh, and come back home because I think that it's always gonna be home." So when I went there, we strive to be champion. At least had that championship, it's gonna make me feel, gonna make me feel better about myself, But suddenly we fell short, and when Gilas called me again, I went back. We played against Jordan. Everything was great, and I went back and tried to finish the season beautifully. So I think I've been through a roller coaster this year. So I think it means a lot to me because like I said, this team and nobody believed in us. So even us players, we didn't believe that we're gonna make the finals. But we strive. We went through a lot. 3 hours viewing session with Coach Tab every day, especially after a bad game. So, this season means a lot to me.
Ange, you won the MVP last season. You didn't this season, but a lot, syempre, yung Ateneo communities say na ikaw. But of course, props to Malik, to Diouf. And I saw you too, nung paalis si Malik, nung Araneta, sabi mo, Diouf, come here. Kasi you and Malik are good friends, di ba?
Yes.
Ikaw ba, did you use that as fuel, as motivation? Did that really, ginamit mo ba talaga yun? Did that really inspire you, motivate you in a way that, okay, Malik, you can have that MVP, but I'm gonna take the UAAP trophy and the championship to Ateneo and also the finals MVP. Did you have that in your mind?
Honestly, not really, because like I said in the previous interview, like even during the UAP time when everybody asked me, I told them that it's better for me to have a trophy that I can share with my brothers. It's more, it's more. I mean, it's gonna make me be happy to, share something with the team
Yeah,
than
yeah.
have an individual trophy. So my only motivation was to, be there for my teammate because they've been there for me, and it's the only way for me that I can pay them back. So.
Ange, you're set to undergo a knee surgery. Also, Coach Tab mentioned that in the post presser after you won the title in Game 3. Can you tell us what's the latest with this injury regarding this particular knee injury, and how painful was it? How tough was it playing on a knee like that? That's not 100%, but you still went through. You dominated, especially in the finals in games 2 and 3, and then you won a title, finals MVP. But here you are, you're gonna undergo that knee surgery. Give us an update, Ange.
Uh, during the season, I used a lot of painkiller, and
Yeah.
props to the medical and physical coach, to you know let me strengthen my knee during the season. Even when I was in class, he was messaging me about the way I should take care of my knee. See Coach Andre, and said Jerry. They really helped me, during this whole process. Even props to Coach Tab also to understand my situation, for not overuse me during practice. So, most of the practice time I was sitting, watching the guys, yeah, and make sure it's more mental than physical. Because I knew for a fact that you can demand more for your body, but even if it was a high risk for me, I didn't really think about it. So young guy. So I was trying to emphasize on how to because every before game I have to warm up more than the other guys, for in order for me to get myself going. And I give props uh, to the medical people from Ateneo.
Ange, nung unang pasok mo, 2018, may mga kuyas ka, di ba? Sina Vince, sina Anton, the Nieto twins, 30. Kumbaga, you were one of the young guys of Ateneo. Ngayon, ikaw na yung
Yeah.
kuya. You're the kuya now. You're the big brother.
Yeah.
Di ba? Of the Buffaloes, it's so fast that now, you are the kuya of Kai Balungay, kuya of sina Gio, yung mga bata ngayon, of these young kids. How was it that transition of when you started playing for Ateneo, you had to go through that, and then now imparting what you have learned from kina 30, kina Vince, kina Anton, kina Matt, Mike, and now leaving Ateneo and making sure that the team will still be in good hands when you leave, when David Defonso leaves, BJ, and the graduating players leave, kayo, making sure that Ateneo will still be okay.
It was a process for me, in order for me to become a leader. So not just me, because BJ is the captain, but the support that he had from me and Dave was actually, I think me and Dave really did a pretty good job to back him up.
Yeah, of course.
Because when it's about prep talk and everything, just to motivate the guy, I will be the one to step in, or even BJ step most of the time, and to show young physically, more mentally, he has to be Dave because he knows what is what Dave I've been through, especially during the past years, and young guy. So I just try my best to be there for them because I learned it from the others also, from Matt and Mike, because they were great leaders.
Yeah.
And and Lavines also. So I remember before game two, they visited us, and they shared their story to the young players. And for me to be able to be part of their team when they were champion until we become teammate until they left. So I kind of have like a background of what they're coming from, and I try my best to implant that to the young players also for them to follow the way out to become part of the band of brothers.
Boss, stay where you are. Diyan ka lang muna. Alam mo naman, we have to take a commercial break. Stay where you are. Baka iwan mo na ako eh. Relax ka lang muna, Ange. Inom ka muna water.
Okay,
Our
no
conversation with UAAP champion and finals MVP in season 85, Ange Kouame of the Ateneo Blue Eagles, will continue after a quick break. Stay tuned to Sports Desk only here on CNN Philippines. We'll be right back. Back to one of the top sports stories. The Ateneo Blue Eagles are back as the kings of UAAP men's basketball as they prevail in season 85, beating the UP Fighting Maroons in 3 games of the finals. We still have on the show today finals MVP Ange Kouame, last season's MVP Ange Kouame, and also finals MVP just recently. Okay, Ange, sorry, you're leaving tomorrow, going back to the Ivory Coast. You're coming back to Manila next year na. So you'll be spending Christmas and New Year's back home in Ivory Coast. Tapos ikaw, you're gonna come back Jan 10. So your knee surgery will be pagbalik mo dito, tama ba? When you come back na to Manila?
Opo. Yes, po.
Okay. And then,
I think by February, somewhere near February, I'll get the surgery.
By February. And then, do you have a timetable of what your schedule will be like after that knee surgery, Ange? Like, pagdating ng 2023, kasi syempre, tapos ka na with Ateneo, what did you plan? Do you already have that planned out, mapped out na pagdating ng 2023?
I'm probably gonna have rehab for more than 6 months. And after that, maybe I'll try to look for a team now. But for now, there's no news. Where am I gonna go? So yeah, I keep my heads up, and I know God got me. So
yeah. Do you see yourself as well, Ange, as being part of the coaching staff of Ateneo? If Coach Tab Baldwin says, is that something also that you want na to be part? Kasi you're already part of, di ba, the Bebop and di ba, mga brothers mo na yan, even the Buffaloes and their development and all that. I also saw how you were, yung relationship mo with the young players, di ba yun nga, sina Kai Balungay, sina Paul Garcia, si Sean Kitevis then. I saw you after that, di ba? Kitevis, you're just really close with these boys who are coming up now sa Ateneo, sa UAAP. Do you see yourself being a mentor, like if being part of that coaching staff ng Ateneo along with Coach Sandy?
I can't be part of the coaching staff because during the 6 months I don't know anything else that I'm gonna do. And, I really want to stay part of the team no matter what's going on. So I think I will be there for them. I'll try to if they can get advice from me, if they can use me as a coach too for those times, for these times, I think I'll be present for them. So it might be an option.
At least. What can you say about that? Nakakatuwa talaga si Coach Tab every time he comes up in the post presser. A lot of stories. Kumbaga, the media comes up with a lot of stories because of all the things that Coach Tab says. He says a lot of things that the media picks up. The Buffaloes and even Coach Sandy Respacochaga yesterday. And I had also former King Eagle Kiefer Ravena here on the show along with Coach Sandy. And they were talking about, the other guys, the Buffaloes nga ni Coach Tab. What can you say about these Buffaloes? Yung, kumbaga, sina Kyle Ong, sina Jacob Lau, sina Espinosa, Fornilios, JC Fetalvero, even Sean Kitevis was also part of that at one point. And then he became instrumental towards the latter part. But what can you say about their development and also how big they played a part in, especially with the heavy rotational guys like yourself, sina BJ, sina Chris Kuhn, Dave. Kumbaga, they really also help in this championship, Ange?
Yeah, like Coach said, we give props to them. Why? Because in order for them to give up their minutes and to show up during practice every single day, it's something that most of the player doesn't want to go to. But this is the role that they really actually are. And how this role really had impact on us is, during practice they're the one who study the opponent play. So they're the one who we use them as an offense. If we be playing defense, on them. So we give them props for every for them to stay tuned in. They have a specific role to play exactly like the opponent team, and they actually kick our ass during practice. I'm not sure if I'm allowed to say that in TV, but they actually beat us during practice, like no joke. And that's the reason why we give them props, because they work so hard, every single day. And yeah, this championship, it's actually meaningful because everybody, even the coaching staff, the student manager actually had a great role in it for them to take the start of our failure and the our success too. So it's unbelievable for me to see them coming next year and try to do the same thing too. So.
Aside from the Buffaloes and all those young guys I did mention when we talked about, Ange, what else? What's that thing that makes you want to look forward to or excited about next season, about this particular Ateneo team come next season? Or is there any particular player that you're really excited about? Na watch out for this guy.
I think right now it's gonna be Joseph Mbasa. He's a really strong guy, and I'm sure you guys gonna be surprised next year if you haven't seen him play.
Who? Sorry, Ange.
Also look up.
Who's that? Sorry.
Joseph Mbasa, the other the other important player, the one that's gonna back me up. He's a nice guy. He's a great player also. So watch out for him. And also for Cal Barangay, I think he's gonna step next year. He's gonna step up next year, and the whole team. And the things that I'm really excited about is the way our Coach Tab's gonna structure the next team. I look up to that.
Well, Ange, let's take another quick break. Mabilis lang, promise. Again, let's take another commercial break. Susulitin na kita. Alis ka na bukas eh. Wala ka na Ivory Coast eh. Our conversation with Finals MVP and last season's MVP, Ange Kouame of the Ateneo Blue Eagles, will continue. And when we return, stay tuned to Sports Desk, only here on CNN Philippines, where we go all out for the day's top sports stories. We'll be right back. Triumphant homecoming for Lionel Messi and Argentina, the new football champions of the world. They were given a hero's welcome in the early hours of Tuesday morning, Argentina time. There's Messi stepping off the plane first as he lifts the World Cup trophy with reporters, officials, and a live band in attendance. And as the team bus left the airport for the victory parade, supporters dressed in blue and white swarmed the new football kings of the world. Look at that. And then millions trooped to the country's capital of Buenos Aires to celebrate this incredible milestone. La Albiceleste defeated France in a thrilling final in Qatar to win the World Cup again for the first time since 1986. And Messi's winning ways actually go beyond the pitch. According to Facebook co-founder and chief executive officer Mark Zuckerberg, Messi's World Cup post on Instagram is now the most liked ever with over 65 million likes and counting. His IG post surpassed the previous record holder of the picture of an egg, which has over 57 million likes. And we still have UAAP season 85 Finals MVP Ange Kouame of the Ateneo Blue Eagles, who's a big football fan. Your thoughts on that, Ange? Alam kong Messi fan ka.
It's a great thing that happened in his career. I think he really deserved it. So when most of my friends ask me, "Oh, so who do you cheer for?" For sure, I cheer for Argentina, but I also think that France already had his time, in 2018. So I'm a great Messi fan, since he stepped in Barcelona, the first time he played in Barcelona, until now, I'm still a fan of him. So
He deserves it. Galing. Ange, quickly message mo
Really.
sa Ateneo fans, sa Ateneo community. Go ahead, Ange.
I had enough family. I just want to thank you all for every single thing that you guys have done for me. It's been a hell of a ride, but it's not the end, of our time that we are together. And for sure, I promise you, I'm always gonna be there for you guys. And if I can support the team as much as I can, I'm still gonna be there. And I hope I'm still part of the heart of Ateneo. Thank
You will forever be part of Ateneo. Maraming salamat, boss. Have a safe flight to Ivory Coast.
Thank you,
Happy
boss.
holidays. Regards to your family.
Thank
Kita tayo pagbalik mo. That was Finals MVP Ange Kouame of the Ateneo Blue Eagles, 3-time champion in the UAAP. Salamat, boss. Ingat.